Hey YouTube, iBrad Apps here. I know I haven't made a video in a while of any tutorials or whatever, but today I decided that I'm going to make another unboxing video like I did last year, except this year for the iPad 3. So pretty much what I got here is an iPad 3. It's a white version, 32GB Wi-Fi only. I decided not to go for the carrier model, so let me just open this up. Here we can just open it up. Alright, so we got that open. So now, this is the iPad box. Obviously, I don't know if it's different for the black model, but this is the white model anyway. And you can see it has the white front. So pretty much, box is the same. All that, and iCloud stickers, etc. So let's just get right into it and open this iPad up. Maybe I'll just use my finger for this if I can. Yeah, I'll just stick with the scissor for now. Punctured along the edge. Okay. Alright, so here it is. Opening it up. Now I did pre-order this. The day it did come out, so that's why I was able to get it today. Otherwise, if you were to order it a few days after the pre-order first started, then you would have had to wait 2 or 3 weeks. Anyway, there it is. The white iPad, 32GB, Wi-Fi only. And we'll take it out. Okay, so first thing I notice is that it's roughly the same, thickness. You can't really tell the difference between this and the iPad 2 in any way. Unless, if you really measure it, then you can see that it's maybe like a millimeter or two thicker because the new display and camera, etc. But yeah, it's pretty much the same thickness. And if you, after weighing it, like this for a few seconds, it's probably a little bit heavier, I would say. I think I read that online that it's going to be a few ounces heavier, an ounce or two, because of the new technologies inside. So it's not that bad. You can't really tell the difference, that much between this and the iPad 2. Physically, the only thing you can see difference physically from the iPad 2 is the new camera, which is 5 megapixels with the optics from the iPhone 4S. So, besides from that, it looks pretty much the same. Thickness is the same. Feels the same in your hands. It's, So then, let me continue on with the rest of the box. So you get the normal Apple stuff. You get the USB connector to the laptop also, and you get the wall connector, like usual. So we all know it's going to be inside the manual, but I'll open it up anyway. I believe on the 4G models there might be a SIM card remover tool, but I'm not sure. I think I saw that also online, but I'm not sure of that. So pretty much you get the usually the quick tips, stickers, etc. No one uses the stickers, and product information. Obviously, I already know how to use an iPad, so no point in me reading this. So I'll just stick this back inside, and we will put this off to the side. All right. So I'm going to boot up the iPad. I can already notice the Retina display. It looks a lot different even from the Apple logo alone. So yeah, so pretty much the main 3 differences with this iPad is just the Retina display, which is like the biggest one. And everyone has been waiting for it since the iPad 1, iPad 2, and all rumors about it. And today, this year, they're just able to make it in mass production. So it booted up fairly quickly with the new A5X processor. And it seems pretty fast just from that already, because my iPad 2 does not boot up that fast at all. So Let's do some quick setup here. English, United States, enable. So now it's activating my iPad. It's not really a phone, so I don't know what the point of that is. I'm not going to do anything as of yet, as backup goes. But I'll sign it. You have to sign it with your Apple ID now. So I'll just type in for my information. Okay, so finally, you get the terms and conditions. You accept that. Setting up my Apple ID with this iPad. Now, also what I've read online is that even though there is still a 10-hour battery life with this iPad, it'll take a few hours longer to charge it up because of some new battery. It's like has a lot more, add a juice to it or whatever. I don't know what the term is, but there's a lot more juice to it, so it'll take longer to charge up now. But the battery usage time is about the same at 10 hours from the iPad 2 and the iPad 1. So it's still setting up my Apple ID. I'm not going to use iCloud as of yet. I will use dictation, not Siri. Not yet. They haven't put Siri in the iPad 3 yet, but it is a voice dictation. So I'm not going to send diagnostics and usage because I advocate for jailbreaks. Register with Apple. Okay, so then this is the home screen with the new iPad. You can see they changed the background from like the bubbles or whatever it was before. And you get the usual, so you preloaded with iOS 5.1. It's already at 90%, so they pre-charged it at the factory, which is also nice. And you get the messages, you get reminders, and all the stuff that's with iOS 5. Now with I'm not sure if this iPad has okay. So with iOS 5.1 on the iPhone, I know that they changed the slide to unlock. There's a camera button, you just like slide it up or something like that. But here, that seems that they have not done that. I am not sure why. But I know on the iPhone it definitely does that, where there's a camera button on the right of the slide to unlock. The slide to unlock part is a bit shorter and width, and there's a camera button. You just slide it up and you can quickly take a picture. So now I'm going to do a few tests comparing the iPad 3 to the iPad 2. I'm just going to slide the iPad 3 to the right. Obviously you can tell the difference between that and this iPad 2 because the iPad 2 is black. So first thing I'm going to do is pair them both off. Alright, so it's going to be a little bit difficult starting them up at the same time, but I'll try my best. Okay, so the iPad 2 had about a 0.5 second head start. So again, this is the iPad 2 and then the iPad 3. You will notice that the iPad 3 just started up. It's much quicker than the iPad 2, which is still booting up. I think this is about around, I don't know what they say, twice the speed or something around that. And I know it has quad-core graphics, and now it just started up on the iPad 2. So you can see it's substantially faster on the iPad 3 because of the new processor. So I'm just going to do a few apps comparison, like how fast things can load. Now, obviously, this one's not the 4G model, so I can't compare 4G to Wi-Fi, but I can differentiate the speed, the app loadings, like the App Store and maybe Maps or something. So let me just I'll be fair, and I'll make sure everything is off and multitasking on both. Okay. Now the first thing I'm going to launch is the App Store. Alright, and we're going to start right now. So the iPad 3 is again faster, not because the internet's faster, because it's the same Wi-Fi network, but it's because of the app itself loading faster. So you can see it wasn't on the same page, but you can just get the idea that I was like a little bit faster, maybe a second or two. So no, I'm not going to download iBooks right now. And this is, the same App Store as you'd usually get. So then again, you have multitasking gestures, so you use 5 fingers, and you just go in like that on. You can do it on either one. That doesn't make any difference. So now I'm going to do a different application, like Maps, and we'll see what the difference is in loading time for that. So that's relatively the same, I guess, because Maps is mostly just internet, but these aren't really that fair of tests because I don't have any apps preloaded on this, so I can't compare like an Angry Birds or something as of yet. But I would say it would be around 2 times as fast, and the graphics would probably be around 4 times as fast. So it could be between 2 times and 4 times as fast than compared to the iPad 2 because of the A5X processor compared to the A5 processor. So pretty much that's it for now. I do want to mention before that the other thing, so besides the Retina display, which we've already seen, you will notice that the back does have the new camera. I've mentioned it before also. It's fairly larger than the iPad 2 camera, but it does have the iPhone 4S. It has the iPhone 4S camera inside, like the optics, but it's 5 megapixels, so it's a little bit better than the old iPad. I remember it was pretty blurry and it was pretty lame for taking pictures. So at least they improved that, and you can have 1080p recording and all that. And then besides from that, it's just the A5X processor, and then there's 4G, but obviously I didn't get the 4G model, so there's only 3 new things technically in this iPad 3. And the 32GB Wi-Fi only starts at $599, and the base model is $499, which is 16GB Wi-Fi only. So pretty much I was able to sell my iPad 2 for around $400, $450. You could do the same on eBay around now, just during the iPad 3 launch. And it was pretty much only a $150 upgrade. But if you think about it, like for about a $200 upgrade or whatever you get on eBay for the iPad 2, it really is worth it to upgrade to the iPad 3 because it's $200 for a new camera, faster graphics, and then of course the Retina display. And you could do a lot with the Retina display. New apps, you can get higher resolution apps, higher resolution movies, etc. So you get the idea of the iPad 3. So I hope you like this unboxing. I haven't made a video in about around 4 months, I believe. I will start doing tutorials in the future because I've been pretty busy. But I hope you liked it, and just comment, rate, and subscribe. So thanks for watching.